would one say that Freddy is the man behind the slaughter?
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
the man behind the slaughter,
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that. A lot of things have happened this week, James.
Things have slaughtered.
Well, I mean, I should mention the first thing that's happened that's pretty big. One of the largest MMOs have come out on Steam very recently, about yesterday, in fact.
Freddy's came out on Steam.
Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's, the MMO, has come out on Steam.
I think there's a Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Type of game that's actually like that, though.
I'm sure there is. If we dig deep enough, I'm sure there is.
No, I don't even think it's like that deep of a dig. I think genuinely, I think it's called FNAF World or something.
Oh, that's not an MMO, is it?
I don't know.
There was a game by Scott Cawthon named FNAF World, I think.
Yeah, and it's
that's
this
definitely
one
not an MMO though.
Well, what's that kind of game called? Because I always wonder about
JRPG or something.
RPG. So I didn't. Yeah. Okay, so for the longest time, I have not known what the difference between.
Tell me you're not a PC gamer by not telling me you're not a PC gamer. What is that type of game?
What is the difference between this?
I only know Xbox game.
Xbox Smash.
Smash. Yes, and it's called Lost Ark. Came out yesterday, and it's pretty good. You've played Diablo, right? Diablo 3?
No.
You haven't played any of the Diablo games?
No.
What? Why not?
I don't play it.
I just saw the thing that's in your background right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I have to say, one of these things is not like the others.
Yeah, that's not William Afton.
That's
Michael.
Criminal.
Michael,
That's
don't
me.
leave me here.
Father.
By the way, I found out the guy who does the voice of Michael also does the voice of Springtrap / William for the games.
Oh, he's the same voice?
Same voice actor.
That's
why there was a long time where people were like, so is Springtrap just Michael Afton? And it's like, no. But they have the same voice, and he's purple now. It's like,
and they look the same.
He is literally purple.
It's just Scott Cawthon with this amazing attention to detail, putting the same voice actor, the same character, looking like the two different characters looking like the same.
To be fair, they are different shades of purple. No, hold on. This one used to be pink. Okay,
what's that one that's second from Michael? Like the one next to Michael Afton.
This is the one from not Sister Location. The one where he plays the kid in his bedroom. This is when you see him putting a mask on you can tell I'm a fucking loser because I know exactly which purple guy's from which game.
Oh, okay. I know a decent amount of them.
Yeah, I know.
I know the middle one's from FNAF 2. So you just said that one's from FNAF 4. I think the second from the first one is the one from FNAF. I think that's from FNAF 6.
This is FNAF 2. This is FNAF 3 because this is the one where he's running away at the end. It's the one where he runs into them. And then it's like these two are from the same game, but from different mini games, which is why they have different art styles. I'm pretty sure.
I see, but they're the same person, even though they're different shades of purple, and one of them's not wearing a badge.
I think these two are from the same game. Two of them are from the same game, is all I know.
Yeah.
This one is Sister Location. This one's the fourth one. This one's definitely the third one. This one's definitely the second one. I don't remember which one this one is specifically.
Man,
I think it's the third or second one.
I remember that. That one's the most iconic picture, I think, because that's the one.
It really is. I think these.
It's the one. It's the one with this he's like a darker shade of purple. He's got a security badge. He's holding the phone.
Piece of toast.
He's holding something.
He's got a purple banana. And he's got a piece
purple
of
banana. That's also the picture that was on the tweet that posted replying to League of Legends patch notes when they misspelled Willem to William. Right. And it's so funny because the patch notes drops, they tweeted it out and they're like check out these new patch notes, and then one of the guys said no way, and then he linked an image up of William Afton.
To be fair,
The man behind the slaughter.
when you said they misspelled it as William, my first thought was, oh, your friend William is in the game. And when I said that, you're like, yeah, the man behind this letter. I'm like, yeah, let's roll with it. Yeah.
No. I meant William as in as in the purple guy.
You mean Michael? I also like this. These people are just wearing purple suits, or I guess this person is just wearing like a purple uniform and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why he's the purple guy, is because like the kid his memory's flawed and stuff, and it's shitty 8-bit, so it looks like that. This man's skin literally turned purple from from degrading, just like from.
Yeah, his body literally decomposed.
Yeah, decomposing.
And he's in a corpse.
He's a literal walking corpse. And I think.
So one of them is symbolically purple, and the other one, I think wasn't he purple because they don't use black to color like dark shaded figures, because black
that was also bad. A big reason, is that it was like,
so they used purple instead.
Yes.
Be like, oh,
because
they're in the dark.
Black was being used for backgrounds and stuff, so that's the thing with comics actually. I don't mean to segue this too much, but the thing with comics is that you'll see a lot of times when something is black, they'll use, rather than white, they'll use blue or like other type of colors to highlight it, so it's not just like a black surface and stuff.
Yeah,
which is why a lot of
and that's why William Afton is in the new issue of Spider-Man as the man behind the slaughter.
That's what I was going to use as
the
transition.
new enemy, the new Spider-Man's arch nemesis.
Superman has black hair, but in the comics they use blue to highlight his hair.
Yeah.
And to counter that, it's that they have for like Spider-Man, his suit has blue on it, but to show the darkness of it, they use black a lot of the time, especially back in like the older days when inking was a lot shittier and was not very well done, and a lot of art got ruined. I'm not joking.
Damn it, Martin, we can't have. We ran out of blue ink. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
No,
I don't know. Just use the black one.
This is the thing. A lot of amazing art actually from like the early days of comics got ruined because inkers found shortcuts to get around a lot of stuff. So it's a lot more simplified. It looks worse and just blah blah blah. But
inkers.
It was that people. Yes, that was an actual job, inking. It sounds like a euphemism, but it's not.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
But Spider-Man, it was very like back and forth. A lot of people sometimes was that they would say Spider-Man's suit is red and black because it has the blue highlights, and then people would be like, no, it's red and blue. The black is just to show the shading and stuff of it. And then the counter argument to that is that the character Spider-Man 2099, his suit has been described as both red and black and red and blue. So
I don't think I've seen a 2099 suit red and black. I've only seen it red and blue.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's shown to you as red and blue most often because that was just taken as the like, yeah, sure, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just the colors, it's the colors.
Yeah, that's just become the general like consensus that everyone agrees. It's like, yeah, it's red and blue, but it had been described in the comics a couple of times by like different like writers and stuff as
red and black.
Yeah, the black sheen of his suit and stuff like that sometimes would be like the wording. And so it was very controversial.
It's not black color, it's the black sheen. It's the sheen coming out.
Jesus Christ, sorry. I went back to Google to look up 2099 Spider-Man so I could like try to see if I could find it. But then like the immediate next thing after that image that I used in the Google search result is a GIF of a guy painted completely purple just throwing shit around in a room.
I mean, okay, Jay, so another thing, let's go back onto topic before we spiral out of control and start talking about like Marvel comics again for like 40 minutes, which happened last episode.
Wait, did it really?
Yes. I was editing it back and I was like, wait a minute. We were talking about the thing that I labeled as the title in like the first 30 minutes, but this episode is like an hour and 10 minutes long. What the hell do we talk about for 40 minutes? And then like I skip ahead a little bit and you're like, Spider-Man's movie is the stupidest thing. And I'm like, oh, we're talking about that again.
Yeah, we were talking about people's like reception of it, where they're just going back and forth on it.
Yeah, we're talking about.
There's the GIF, by the way.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah. I love the friggin' I love the FNAF gifts that have nothing to do with FNAF, but they're just people manage to find these gifts and fit like the perfect title to it.
Oh my god, there's something close. It's
Like my favorite is like the when people put like relatable titles over like Avatar gifts, you know, like Avatar, the really famous movie.
Yeah.
Huge box office. I forgot what they're called, like box office blowouts. But
Yeah, box office blowout.
no, it's a blockbuster movie or something like. Was that what it's called?
Yeah,
Like movies that are just meant to make a lot of money.
I was gonna say Blockbusters blowout.
Blockbusters blowout.
Please.
Yeah, box.
Box office
Whatever.
blowout.
Yeah, whatever those things are. Yeah, so like they'll be like they'll even take like a gif of like the one of the Avatar natives like falling through the air in one of the sequences, but they'll reverse it so he's like floating back up and he's like me when I ascend to heaven after playing Lost Ark, something like that. It's like the funniest thing ever.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So good, man. But yeah, Lost Ark, super great, James. When you get your PC built, you need to download it. It's good. You need to play it together, unless you don't like MMOs.
My stream for you like cut out, so I don't know if you got a chance to play it today. Did you?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I got cut out like the last comment that I sent you.
Oh really?
That was like my just for some reason your stream crashed and I couldn't get to come back up, so it was just like
okay. Well, I mean, for some reason it still counted as you in there, so there you go.
I mean, I was there.
Oh.
Because I was the man behind the slaughter.
I was always there.
In winter.
Smash cut to Springtrap and Five Nights at Freddy's 3 popping out of the corner.
When do we get the Chris Purple Man
what
mod for Resident Evil Village?
Chris Purple Man mod? What the hell are you talking about?
Just like imagine.
James, no.
Yeah.
When he does that, he's like holding the purple phone.
Yeah, that's what a fucking Rose is replaced with, is the purple phone.
Oh my god, he's holding the freaking.
No, that's like literally like just a purple morph suit man in replacement of Chris.
I don't know why I love the term "man behind the slaughter" so much.
Because it's so,
it wasn't.
like,
it's not even like Scott Cawthon didn't even make that term, right? It was the Living Tombstone song.
Yeah,
right?
the Living Tombstone song. It's been so long.
And it's actually a pretty decent song.
It's a
good song.
Living Tombstone has some really good songs.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first Five Nights at Freddy's song is a little bit too much, but that second one is really good.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to figure out like what to do with the first one, but then the second one's really good, and the third one just goes insane.
Third one onwards just goes insane. All the third ones onwards sound more like the first one. And I'm pretty sure the fourth one is exactly the same as the first one, just like remixed.
I've never heard the fourth one. I've only heard the first.
It's basically the first one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the second one was super different, and I quite enjoyed it.
It's a good song, and it's also kind of sad.
It is kind of sad.
Genuinely sad. And then also
Man Behind the Slaughter.
Canon? It's kind of canon.
I think it. Yeah, I guess it is.
It's like weirdly canon, and I'm not sure how to take it.
You think Scott Cawthon just rewrote his entire story when he heard that song and he's like, "Oh man, it's so good. I need to make this canon."
That is a thing he's talked about, is that it's like he's rewritten like what some events are in like the story, because it's just been like, well, the fans wouldn't like it if I did that.
And also, it might be a little confusing if we have two purple guys, but they're not the same guy, but they're voiced by the same guy, and they kind of look the same.
That's still canon. That's still canon.
No. Don't change that one. That one's fine. Perfect the way it is.
I don't mind that one, though. I think it's... Michael Afton is genuinely.
But I mean, you have to acknowledge that it's not a very good way. That's just confusing.
It's not a good choice, especially
it's not good,
since
but I like it.
You never physically see them, so you can never like. The most you see of Michael Afton ever is literally the fucking this location when he just looks himself in the reflection once. And
Yeah.
it's like you never
Well, I mean,
see him.
you see him when he's not like decomposed, when he's walking
No,
around
but I
in the
mean, like,
village.
you never actually see him. That you just see 8-bit version, so you don't have like an actual
You mean like
reference.
that? I see.
Yeah, but like, you know, for William, you see Springtrap. You know, you can see like him opening up the mask and showing his face underneath sometimes. And it's
I
like,
like the design of that. Whereas
oh my
like his
God, that is
Springtrap
peak.
suit, which
That
is like burned,
peak.
and like
Oh,
his
that is-
skeletons underneath it, you can see his like second row of teeth behind Springtrap's teeth.
Dude, it's
Very
that's
nice.
genuinely peak design, I think, for Five Nights at Freddy's. And then you got the
yeah.
one from
And then
I
you
don't
have
know, the
Music
Squid
Man, the giant
Music
enemy
Man!
spider.
giant enemy crab. It's got a weak point on its stomach.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I like that there's like I don't know, I just like the idea of the games and just like how like some of it's just like kind of genuinely sad. I don't know. There's like
I mean, it's a tragic it's a tragic lore, but
yeah, it's a really sad lore. There's something like really nice to see about that is that it's like it's not good all the time. Like, you know, it's like you do have these happy endings for some things, but then it's like then
I
you
think
have
he just managed to get like the perfect mix of like mystery, intrigue, without making it too like I guess too
hitting you over the
crazy
head.
or out of nowhere, and combine that with a solid gameplay loop.
Yeah,
And, you know, that's pretty scary, and then you know you got it. Recipe for success.
There's like the little things where it's like it all culminates at the end where it's you're Michael Afton in every game except for like the fourth one.
Yeah.
That's just like a whole fucking thing, and it's
And you're
like
also not
that's kind of
Michael Afton in the latest one.
No, you're the according to MatPat, you're the
Yeah. I was gonna bring up the MatPat theory.
I don't think it's a bad theory. Is the thing. I think it just like
I think it might have been. I think he might have been right on it. As
I'm
much
sure
as
he's
I
right,
don't,
it just
as
better
much as that
evidence.
is kind of like a cheap way of how to write it out, I think that's how they intended that to be.
Right.
It makes sense to me. Where Gregor is just like a robot, and then Freddy is just possessed by Michael Afton. Somehow William Afton's back. I always come back.
Well, technically, he's not though. It's Glitch Trap from fucking Jesus Christ from the VR games and
Which
stuff.
it was different from William Afton, I guess.
It's based on the memory, but it is not him. He is in fact in hell.
He's canonically in hell.
He is canonically in hell, suffering an infinite amount
The
of
deepest
deaths
pit of hell
from
is open to
being
swallow you
created.
whole, old friend.
That is the hardest line that has ever been written in this series.
Hard bars, man.
That
That entire monologue is bars.
It's great, and it has no need to be as great as it is, especially since it's like this big monologue of like this character who has never been said before except for in the books. It's like you have no idea who he is, but there's like this connection to him because it's all this game of build-up and stuff to then just killing everybody.
Well, you wouldn't know who he is until you see all of Matt Pat's like 50 plus FNAF theory videos, and you're like, oh my god, I know who that is.
Yes, technically, if you've played FNAF World, you know who he is.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
He's in FNAF World, and you see him commit suicide, which he does in that game. And it's like, oh, what?
Don't worry, I'm not far.
Yeah, I'm not far.
He's like literally sitting in like the next room.
No, wait.
It's like you can hear him over the speakers, and you can also hear him through like the really thin drywall on your left.
That's what it is. It's, don't worry, I'm not far. You look over, you just see him sitting in the vent, cramped up next to you, the open vent, just like holding the microphone. It's like, just give me a second, okay?
You see his like foot, like you see his like
You, my
foot
deepest
peeking
friend.
out from like across the vent as you look over.
You look over, you shine your light on it, you see it scurry out of the way.
Yeah, he pulls his leg out of the way. I am not far.
You quietly hear him say through the microphone and through the vent, shit.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Oh, and to you, my old friend.
And to you, my old friend. That's a way to just ruin the entire end monologue.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like,
Dude, only we we could fuck up an amazing monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you? And to you, my old friend, to the deepest pit of hell.
Oh. Hold on. I'm getting...
You were being summoned.
All right, I'm back. What's up?
Welcome back. I dropped my headphone. Oh, there it is.
Oh. Well, I was just getting interrupted. There we go.
There we go.
End of the day, FNAF, literally a staple in culture now.
Oh yeah,
a staple in pop culture.
I'd say it deserves it, especially for where it comes from. The whole history behind its making.
Huge.
Literally coming from nothing, as he had raised $0 in his Kickstarter for the first game.
Yeah, and his first game was complete dog shit, and somehow he made a masterpiece from it.
FNAF 3.
FNAF 3.
The one with only one animatronic and just annoying
Whoa. There were multiple animatronics, just some of them were not real.
Sorry. I don't know if I heard you correctly, but it sounded like you said, whoa, there's multiple hedgehogs. And then, like,
there's multiple hedgehogs, and one of them runs really fast and wears shoes.
You're explaining the Sonic Universe lore. Whoa, there's multiple hedgehogs.
How would you explain Sonic to someone who's never heard of or seen Sonic? Just like, okay, well, there's multiple hedgehogs. You just link them the video to Sonic 06 dub. Like, oh yeah, this is all you need to know.
It's like, is this real? I don't
know.
What?
There's a talking hedgehog? What? He's super fast? He wears shoes? He's blue?
Whoa.
Well, there's another version of him who's black?
There was one that's white.
There's also one that's white. Apparently he's a twink? Yeah, that's really good. Let's talk about some real life stuff now that's happened, you know? With the FNAF resurgence, I hope you got that new GPU, right?
Yeah!
You're in possession of it.
Sorry. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, what are we about to talk about? What do I have to prove? GPU!
GPU! What? Peter 3?
Peter 3. Peter 3. There's my
you have your GPU now, right? You're in possession of it. It's in your house.
It is in my... I could go and get it to show you it.
You don't have to. I'll trust your words.
Oh my god, the fucking experience that this thing was. And...
I mean, it was a much better experience with Prime, wasn't it? You could see the real privileges between... Are you sure Prime did nothing, huh?
I was gonna take a video and send a picture and everything on the day, but I just forgot to because I was like, get it over. It's like 9 o'clock. Order. It's just like getting it and everything. And it's like, there are no Prime benefits.
Like these past 2 months have just been weighing you down, like clawing at your soul. You got nothing. Like, you're like Michael Afton when he's turned purple.
Swallowed me whole.
You're Michael Afton when he's turned purple and you're just limping your way to the end.
Innard has exited from me. It's me, your teacher. More cheese.
All right. Well, let's continue.
Me, your teacher, Michael Afton.
She saw you on my monitor and she hurriedly ran out of my room.
Yeah, she's like,
probably will ask you a question like, so what's with all the background of the?
Oh, that's William. That's William. That's
Don't
William,
you know? That's the purple guy. That's the man behind the slaughter.
So basically, what happened is
you didn't receive any Prime benefits.
No, and I was just kind of like just sitting here for a minute, just staring at the words. There are no Prime benefits for this item, and it's just you echoing, just you should get Prime. Would have helped. Prime. Just like in my mind as I'm staring at this, like,
yeah, but
finish the fight.
But just randomly, I guess, because you just lucked out that this package came in much faster than the last one.
Yeah, I was expecting it Wednesday,
and it's just a coincidence that you had Prime this time, and just that was completely unrelated.
No, I think it's because it shipped with FedEx this time.
I told you FedEx, the superior delivery service.
But it doesn't let me choose. Is the thing? It's like I couldn't.
Let me tell you, FedEx is one that handles all the Prime deliveries. Let me tell you.
That's not true.
UPS is the dog of the delivery services. Okay, they handle all the non-Prime packages deliveries.
Oh, JD, you might have a UPS driver as one of your listeners. There, you sure you want to be saying this? All this slander?
Oh, hey, I'm not hating on UPS drivers. I'm just saying UPS the service. I'm saying UPS the service, the mega corporation. They're bad. And yes, the drivers are bad too.
You're saying that
Fight
Amazon's any better?
Well, I mean, just maybe a little bit. That's here nor there. The important thing is that you got your GPU, right?
Yeah, I was so worried. I was tempted to open it in my car the moment I had been handed it.
Just to make sure it's the right product.
Yeah.
You don't want to open it up and it's got G.I. Joe cars in it and you're like, no!
I was like, I'm gonna get Logan Paul'd.
About to pull a Logan Paul on this.
I had sat in my car and it was like all this glee and then it was just like terror as I stared down at the
you
bag
you remember my Discord message in the back of your head just like are you sure about that, James?
Are you sure about that?
James.
But I also had to go to the bank to put my check from work in, so I was just like, it was so long, just all this time, like, just waiting to open it up.
Yeah.
And then I got home and like I pulled it open and I'm like, oh, it's smaller than I expected. That was like the immediate reaction. It was just, oh, I thought this would be bigger.
Like one of those like Russian Mashtoka dolls. Where you're like the big doll and you open it up, it's just a smaller doll inside, but it's just the boxes and eventually get to the GPU. And it's like tiny.
I've just seen a video where this lady was assembling her.
Just turn into the man behind the slaughter there real quick.
Oh, did my microphone quality shut down?
Nah, your internet glitched out a little bit, but you're good now. Say again what you were saying.
I had seen this video where this girl was assembling her computer and everything with her boyfriend on a stream.
Yeah.
And she had opened up the package for her, the like little like chip thing. I fucking forget the name of it is right now, like the Ryzen thing.
The CPU?
CPU. Okay, I was gonna call it CPU, but I'm like, is that it? Am I just thinking GPU? I didn't want to say it without being sure, so I just was like, yeah, the chip, the box.
The CPU.
She opened that up and she's like showing it to the camera. She's like, "This is bullshit. They didn't give it. There's nothing in here." Like she's showing me empty. Like I'm just like, isn't it like pushed to the corner? And she like pulls it out. It's like sitting all the time. She's like, oh, the boyfriend just like fucking stared at her like, you didn't know. And that's just like what I'm imagining.
He's rethinking about her being his girlfriend.
That's what I was like. That's what I'm expecting to happen when I open the GPU. I'm just like, there's nothing in here. Oh, it's that small thing right there.
There's nothing in here. It's empty.
No.
Not realizing it's the tiny thing that they show in the front of the box.
Dude, and yesterday is when I got the GPU, and just like all day I'd been waiting because like it was like I sent you that message, and then like I received the notification. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's arriving Wednesday, and then I got the notification. It arrived today, motherfucker. Come pick it up.
It's arriving. Expected date Wednesday, and it's like with your Prime membership, it's now today. It's here.
No, I made the thing of like hey, send it to this location for me to pick up, which was inside a fucking CVS. So it was like in the corner of a CVS. I was like, my package is definitely not here. But I got it and everything, and it was just that day. Like I checked it in the morning and it said it arrived in where we live and everything. I don't know if I'm allowed to say our city or not, but it arrived here. I don't think you at like a facility. I mean, I don't care, but if you care, I won't say it.
I don't care either.
So, in
the man behind the slaughter.
In 123 West Point Lane,
on my home street, 724 Dirt Road.
Address at these exact coordinates that are flashing on screen right now.
This is my literal geographical location.
I am literally in this spot. This is not just the house I am in. This is the exact 2-point spot. But yeah, I just like I'd gotten the notification midday and everything that it arrived at the distribution facility. I'm like, wow, I gotta wait till Wednesday when it's already here. And then I got the notification like, your package is being held at this location. I'm like, ah. Just like, what? No. And it was like throughout the day I was just like,
it's like I imagine you being like Aaron Hansen in the house party playthrough where he's like, oh, you want a drink of water? Oh, okay. Water, get out of my way, water. He's like rushing downstairs, getting to the refrigerator. But in your case, it's just like, what, GPU? There? Right now? Out of the way, GPU!
Homeless man stopping me at the door.
Your sister's at the door, like slowly opening it. You just freaking wipe the floor with her clothesliner as you go out the door.
But at work, fucking Blake had walked into the shop and everything, and I just heard his voice. It was just like fucking like I just got like inception into like a fucking Russian like mindset where it's just
like you start becoming. It's like you get nauseous, your vision gets blurry as you hear his voice. It like causes you physical pain.
I get Black Ops. It's just, what are the numbers, Mason?
You get punched by Captain Price. How do you know him?
Yeah, it was just like I just felt like I entered like a different mindset when I heard him walk in, because the previous day the mask mandate here fucking got dropped and everything, so it's everybody's celebrating at work because they were all so suffocated by the mask, not their
give it a week and literally nothing's changed.
Give it a week and it's just gonna rise the cases, I'm betting you.
Yeah,
it's like when we open the strip back up, it's like, oh, you know, where are we?
Breeding grounds.
We got
it's
the
actually
down
it's actually a genius plan by the federal government to naturally select people who are smarter and won't actually go out to the strip when the mask mandate's off. They're targeting people, James.
It's just you know, we're opening the strip back up because the curve is going downwards, and we just want to get people out to their job. We definitely just don't want money right now. It's not like we care. I mean, we want it for the little guy. It's definitely not because we're suffering the most. No, it's because we want. We opened it back up and the cases.
I have to say the lines looking like a down slope, and I kind of want it to look like an up slope. So we just gotta get things moving.
I mean, think of how much funner it's gonna be when we get to the top.
I mean, I hate masks. Don't you guys hate masks?
I hate masks. Yes. I'd literally been getting yelled at from my coworkers because I had my mask in my hand.
Yeah.
Because I work in
just
an area
fit with the mold, James. You're trying too hard to be different.
I work in an area of my workplace where it's like it's just me and my brother, who I carpool there every day. So it's like, if I'm gonna get sick, it's gonna be like unavoidable. Because
I'm almost sure you've already been in contact with the virus. I mean, I think we all have, because I go to the gym. So
I mean, technically, we all got the vaccine. So technically,
it's because we live in a society, James. We live in a society. And it's only a matter of time before we're exposed. Before that virus comes crawling up our asses.
Spider-Man. So we gotta open the strip back up and get those casinos going. But I was going out to my car to put the mask in my car because we had ridden with somebody else that day for lunch. Mm-hmm. And they got mad at me when I fucking wore my mask inside to get lunch. And they're like, why are you wearing your mask? The mandate's done. It's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna keep wearing it. Like, I don't care. They're like, it's just because you're a zoomer. It's like, no, it's because I'm not a fucking idiot.
It's because you're a zoomer.
they literally said the words, it's because you're a zoomer. It's your fucking generation. I'm like, that's not even close to why I hate my
Even though
generation.
you look nothing like a zoomer.
Don't look like a zoomer. Don't act like a zoomer.
You don't act like one either.
I have an 80-year-old mindset, genuinely.
Although you're starting to act more like one. You know, ever since you got onto the dang old TikToks, I was like,
Yeah, I'm addicted to TikTok. That's what makes me a Zoomer.
That's like the most Zoomer thing I've seen you do out of anything.
It's my one connection with my generation. Yeah, I was going to my car and I got stopped by the alternate at our workplace.
Is he still like is he still alternate looking? Oh.
Yeah. He stopped me in the doorway to our workplace and kind of blocked it off so I couldn't leave. He just looked at me, he's like, fuck it, I gotta show you. It's like, because he was already a tall guy, but now he's even taller. He's like, just, what, Jim? Where are you going?
Where you going?
On a mask? Like, loses it and starts yelling at me. It's like, you don't need it anymore. You don't need it. Like, I can't, like, sorry for your ears, but
I like
you don't need a mask anymore, Jim. You don't need that mask anymore. Don't you know? Don't you know the mandate's gone? We don't need the mask anymore, boy. You don't need it anymore, man.
You keep apologizing for the volume, but Discord auto regulates the volume. So
well,
no matter how loud you go, you won't be able to.
I'm apologizing to myself because it doesn't change for me. I hear it. Remember?
It's so funny that the guy who caught the virus and was suffering for it was the one who was like, you don't need the mask. You don't need the mask.
Yeah, I remind you, he had caught it. It's not like it was just once. It had been multiple times. He's like just like getting my face like as I'm trying to go put my mask back in my car of all things. I'm trying to put it away and they're just like, you don't need the mask anymore, Jim. You don't need it anymore, Jim. Don't you know you don't need it anymore and everything. And it's just
your workplace is so full of self-conscious people. I can't. They act like really self-conscious people, like super defensive, super like they lash out all the time.
I haven't told you about Blake's reaction.
Like,
the day before, he had walked into the shop where we were, where it's like, he does it for no reason, because he doesn't need to be in there anymore once he gets back to the shop. He doesn't need to walk to where we are in the workplace, he just does it to be fucking annoying. And he's just like, I can't wait for the mask mandate to come down. It's not high pitch enough. I can't wait for the mask mandate to come down tomorrow, Jim. It's the guy from King of the Hill. It's just like, you can't wait for the mask mandate to come down tomorrow. There's this old lady who works at a gas station. She told me to put my mask on. And it's just like, he's just going this big fucking rant. It's like, he clearly makes himself look like a piece of shit the entire time. Like, there were 3 people involved in this conversation with him, me being one of them, and everything. Like, once he left, we all like looked at each other like, he was an asshole, right? Like, he was not in the
crazy,
right.
Right? He's the crazy one, right? Just to
I'm like listening, and they're just like kind of nodding their heads and they're making like little comments, like, but I mean, like, that's kind of not like it is their workplace. It's just like, no. It's like, I don't need it. It's just like fucking freaking out. It's like,
so
he's having
funny.
this fucking breakdown over it, and then he like tells us, and he's like, yeah, but she was racist, and we're like, how was she racist? And he's like,
how's she racist,
like,
Blake?
she saw me with my American flag mask, and she's like, oh, you're good. And then she turns to the guy I was with, she's like, but you, I need to let you know something about the guy we were with. I need to let you know. No. I need to let you know about the guy we were with, JD, because I used to work with the guy we were with.
Okay.
He's a ginger white man.
Yeah.
He is
ginger white.
He is white. That man is as white as it comes. He's like pointing at him, and he's like, but because she stopped him, he didn't have a mask on, and she's like, but you gotta wear a mask. She was racist, and we're like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. He's like, no, you don't get it. There's been other times where we're like, but you described one time and you're like, she's racist. And it's like, that's
racism.
Like, you're both white. That's not how being racist works.
No, James, it's only racist if other people are like calling you out on your issues, not when you are being a dick to other people. Okay, that's not how that works. It's only racist is only a one-way street. Okay.
Wait,
it's a one-way street from them to you.
It's worse because he keeps digging himself more and more of a hole, and everyone's like, you're wearing in the right, and he just like keeps going, and then he ends it with, when that mandate comes tomorrow and it ends, I'm gonna go right in there, no mask, walk right up to her and cough in her face, and we're like, you're an asshole, you know that, right? What you just said, no one is agreeing with. We all think that's the worst choice you could make, and he's just like, you don't get it. It's like, no, you don't get it.
That's what she gets for disrespecting me.
You do not have normal interactions with human beings. You are a fucking psychopath. He is like Patrick Bateman type of world that he lives in, where he's like, I am the most revered man around, and everybody wants me. Like fucking type of like mindset. It's just like, shut the fuck up.
I'm sure he would fit into that one like weird conspiracy theory cult, the one that thinks that every single one of them is like the protagonist to a story. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, not Scientology. It was something else.
That sounds like Scientology.
I think I saw a video on this the other day. I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was a Charlie video actually. It was a Charlie video that they were talking about. And it's like this one weird conspiracy theory where they think like Nazis are living on Mars or something. And they've been
I a completely different impression of where that was going.
They think Nazis live on Mars, and they've been kidnapping people and like brainwashing them and training them to be like sleeper agents, and then sending them back to Earth. And like this entire like space Nazi police force, they're actually like good people. They're like fighting off like hostile aliens or something. It's like the craziest concept, but like the serious thing is that these people in this cult like seriously think this is real. Like they actually think this is real.
They do. Yeah, I imagine
they're like delusional. And then like some YouTuber, he like infiltrated the cult. So he made up his own like whack backstory, because every single person in this cult has like this protagonist backstory where they're like, oh, I used to be like a mecha samurai, and I sliced apart thousands of like alien armies at once. They go to a panel. They're like at a panel in a room at a convention, and they're like literally saying this to like a room full of these like religious or full of these like cult members, and everyone's just like nodding their heads seriously, like listening to this. So crazy.
Amen, brother. Amen. Sorry, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just alone when I hear his like bullshit. It's just like you have this idea of yourself that I don't know if you met the real you, but you are like the most annoying. Fucking.
I wonder where he gets all that confidence from, because I've seen a picture of him.
Yeah, I'm showing you the only picture I have. I've genuinely wanted to try and take a picture of him in secret so many times just to show you, because it's like I can't describe to you enough how much a King of the Hill drawing come to life genuinely describes
the real life
man.
King of the Hill character.
I'm not joking. Like it's like, but that doesn't sound too bad. No. I mean the genuine features of a King of the Hill character lifted onto a person, like the weird like.
It's been literally copy pasted, masked onto this like it was in Photoshop.
He looks like a mix.
But it's like the best Photoshop you've ever seen.
He looks like a mix of Hank Hill meets the fucking balding one. Like I can't describe it better enough, but he's like those two like morph together, and then
for some reason that picture that you sent me, that one picture of him, he doesn't look quite like Caucasian as I thought he would. He looks almost like a Hispanic mix ish. But you know, some people look different races, but who knows?
Yeah, because he like fucking tans the shit out of himself and stuff. So he like makes himself.
Does he go like a tanning bed or something, or?
No, he just is one of those guys who just is outside all the time.
Oh, okay.
And fucking burns the shit out of their skin.
No and sunscreen. Sunscreen's the work of the devil.
I genuinely, whenever like, I try to describe him, like, he's the white guy who thinks he's a black guy type thing. Where like,
yeah,
he'll dress and talk with what I've come to know as a black accent, is what the actual term is when like people use a like kind of stereotypical black person accent for stuff.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how he talks and like the words he uses and stuff. And I've learned this. No person more than racist white people use the terms homie and just like my dog and just like all the fucking like just that's not how real people talk type terms and stuff.
No, of course not. Homie.
Nobody uses that more than white racist people.
Absolutely, homie.
And this dude describes every person he's talking to. He's like, my homie was there with me and stuff. Also in the picture, you can see the white around his collar.
Hey, dude.
From where the shirt.
Blake is my homie. All right, I need you to stop yucking on his yum.
Okay, so I'd like to talk to you about something real quick.
Sure. Lay it on me.
Black the anime. Did you happen to watch those 2 openings that I sent you?
I have.
Okay.
But I have to say they're a work of art.
They are true art.
They are like the crayon mécanique of anime, dude. They're really good.
I want to think that it's satire. He actually thinks like he makes this amazing thing.
It doesn't seem like satire to me. To me, it seems like someone legit tried to make a good anime opening and then failed horribly.
Yes.
And that makes it a little sad. Because I imagine the guy who made this, I can't imagine the mindset he was in.
He's one of the the kind of white guys that are like super obsessed with Japanese culture without actually being obsessed with Japanese culture. They're just obsessed with the anime part of it and nothing else. So like they kind of focus their whole life around it, where he's like, I have a katana. I've learned. I only watch.
Yeah, they're obsessed with just the anime, pretty much. Don't care about any other Japanese culture.
He's also like a super spoiled rich kid and stuff, where he's holding stacks of money, but it's none of the money he's earned from making this, but he keeps claiming that, and he also keeps claiming that Crunchyroll has bought his stuff.
And I guarantee they didn't.
There's episodes on YouTube, and I really want us to watch them.
There's episodes of Black the anime on YouTube.
Black the anime on YouTube, as well as the season 2 opening, which I have refrained
There's
from
a
watching.
season 2.
So great, because like the guy thinks he has the whole protagonist thing going on, where he's like, my life's a movie type thing, but it's like, no, your life is pretty
My
boring.
life is a comedy.
My life is an anime.
And then you're Murray just like, what are you doing? Stop that.
yeah, just like, what is happening here?
What you made a racist anime, and you're laughing.
You made an incredibly
You're laughing.
racist anime, and you think you are being oppressed. I am.
Yeah.
There's literally a video he made where he's standing in front of like his fucking Lamborghini inside his like mansion that his parents own and stuff. He's like, I just got beat up at school for liking anime. But like, if you've ever been on TikTok, you've seen the exact scars and bruises he has on his face, because it's a filter people were using. It was made around.
Dude,
like when
his bullying is probably
Spider-Man
people coming up to him, see that he's watched his anime, he's like, you're gay, and then he's like, oh, that's probably what it is. That's exactly what it was.
Exactly all it is.
You know my prophetic tendencies, James. How I managed to guess correctly most things. That's 100% what happened to him. Somebody came up to him, and it was probably some lame kid too, who's like also self-conscious and watches anime. He sees it, he's like, ha, you're gay, and maybe calls him like a slur, and then he's like, no, I'm not.
Dude, there's so many videos of people just clowning on him on fucking TikTok. It's great.
Wait, he's got a TikTok.
So yes, that's where all of his stuff comes from.
Oh my god.
I learned about it from TikTok. I was just scrolling through it. It's like when you created the most racist anime and think you are bullied, and it's just like a girl repeating this one video where he's like, when you created an anime all by yourself and people hate you for it. And he's jumping in his like fucking driveway, which is like 80 feet long, so it's like just ridiculous.
It's just like it's an airway strip, but it's his driveway.
It literally looks like they're just an obscenely long driveway and stuff. It's like, it's so long, and he just records so many videos, and I'm like, what is this? And then it's like he has a video where he's like, when you spend 20 hours a day making an anime, all your time in class drawing manga, and then it cuts to him drawing manga, and it's just so like. It's so bad. Oh my god.
Well, okay, James. How old is this kid?
I have no clue. I don't know how old.
You could be bullying like a 14-year-old, James.
I don't care. No, he's in high school. He's not 14. He has the driver's license and everything.
So he's at least 16.
At least. I'm pretty sure he's like older though. No, he graduated. I just remembered he had a graduation video because I'd go to his TikTok page.
So he's at least 19.
Video. Yes. Fuck that kid.
Wait, that kid's like as old as us.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I thought you were picking on like some like 13-year-old kid or something.
No, look,
I didn't expect some
like
a fully thinking, functional young adult like us, James. Almost. I'm pretty sure he's not 19 anymore. God.
No, I know he graduated during COVID or something because they were doing like the whole like you gotta sit apart thing and they had all their masks on and stuff. And then he made a video where he's like, yeah. And he had a video where he's like, I snuck my friend in. And it's like, that's not how that works. He like made this whole elaborate video where he's like, I snuck my name and everything. It's like, that's not, they have a list of people. You can't just go up and be like, oh, hi, yeah, I'm this. And I'm like, okay, you're on the list. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. It's just like, it's such shitty videos, dude. And he like, I'm sorry, it's just he has so many videos of him just standing there, fucking like his emo hair. Like, I'm not joking, it's like literally the emo haircut. He's just like holding his camera like this. He's just like, he's just jumping in his room.
Yes, blasting on some edgy anime music. Maybe he's blasting like the season 4 part 1 Attack on Titan opening. Just
Oh, I thought you were doing the Pacific Rim theme song.
No, that's the theme song. Doing the Iron Man theme song.
Iron Man. Oh, was it? No, that's all.
Man, that seems like a really fun guy, though. We should get him on the podcast.
Oh, I have to let you know, JD. I've been wanting to talk to you about this for like a very long time since I started.
Okay.
I've experienced the horrors that are TikTok lives. And I sometimes mention them to you, but I never go into like detail.
Wait, TikTok lives, like live streaming on TikTok?
Like live streams on TikTok. And I'm just gonna send you a clip from one. You don't have to watch it. It's 32 seconds. Like, you do not have to watch it all.
Is the thumbnail gonna tell me everything? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Well, I can't wait to see this horribly either racist or very good-looking person that's also.
But it's just, I don't understand what's supposed to be, like, what's to be gained is really all it is.
Oh, dude, there's nothing to be gained.
It's stemming slowly, so I'll describe one that I wasn't able to find and record for you. But it's been a series of events that lead me to this specific one. Not the one I'm saying, but the one I'm describing. It's this lady laying down on her bed, reading a book. And for some reason, there was this trend on TikTok that popped out of nowhere where these girls will pretend to be having sex while reading a book. So only half of them will be on camera and everything. And then they'll just be bouncing their bodies back and stuff out of frame.
Oh, so it's just like bait. They're just baiting people.
Yeah, it's bait.
Okay.
And I've never seen one bait more than this specific video, because like it just pops up when I'm scrolling through, and sometimes you get literally stuck on live streams.
And then you being in your mindset's like, wow, and then you immediately clip it, send it to your best friend Blake. Check out the bazingas on this homie.
I'm blown. No, but it's like sometimes you'll get stuck. So my first experience is that I got stuck and I was like trying to swipe past, because it's like I don't care for the lives at all. There's nothing good I've really found from them.
Oh, so it's like it'll like buffer like the more videos to load, and then you get stuck on the end there. Oh, and that's what it got stuck on.
And I got stuck on this video, and I'm like, I don't care. But that was like, it was like a guy. How it began is the girl, she's reading the book, and then it's a guy. There's a bottle of oil in front of the camera. And the guy comes up and he starts putting the oil in his hands. If you know anything about sex, you know what that is and stuff. I'm not going to go into detail.
Oh yeah, of course, James. Sex guru JD here.
I'm literally describing it to you, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
It's for that. And video's about to finish sending. I'm going to finish the story. He puts it on and everything, then he disappears off camera. And she continues reading, and then he comes back. He puts some more on his hands. And it's like, as I'm stuck there, I'm just having to watch this, and I'm just like enthralled, because I'm like, oh my God, he hasn't stopped coming back every 5 seconds.
Wait a
And
minute.
it's like,
This guy's face on the thumbnail.
hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there. We will get there. Do not watch it yet.
Okay, I'm not watching it
That's
yet.
a whole other thing.
Okay,
This guy keeps popping up for me, and I'm like losing my mind with him. But and he keeps putting oil on his hands, and he hasn't stopped. And like, like 10 minutes where I'm just sitting down doing nothing else. I'm like, there's so. Why isn't he just keeps putting more oil on? And I haven't watched the full stream, but he has never stopped putting oil on his hands the entire time, every 5 seconds.
It's actually
and then, like,
really funny.
It's really funny. It's a really funny bit. But then it's evolved where like like couple days later it pops up again and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be, I'll pop in for a quick second. This will be funny. And I see him putting the oil on his hands, and then he grabs her head.
What the fuck?
She does nothing. She has no reaction at any point ever. She continues to read, but he grabs her head and then throws his face into the camera, which is my first time seeing it. I'm like, oh, holy shit. And then he just screams a word, and I can never tell you what the word is. It is always so unintelligible that I do not know what he's saying.
I thought you meant you can't tell him because it's like a slur or something.
No, I don't know what he's saying. I know he's saying a word. I know it's English. I just don't know what he is saying because he's never pronouncing it. Like, there's no pronunciation within it fully. It's like half a word.
Do you turn on the closed captions on the TikTok?
There's no closed captions on the live stream. and then I'm like, there's no way I can get more wild. Then the man walks fully in. He just fucking throws his hand into a pillow. Just fucking, like, you hear the impact of his whole arm just smacking against the pillow. And I'm just like, what is this? And then, like, that just keeps happening. Then he, like, throws his body into it. Oil on the hands, grabs her head. Like, it's just something. And then it's back to hitting the pillow. I'm like,
this is really funny.
I just never know what it is. There's never any sex.
Like, what? I don't understand what you were. What you're describing is so weird.
Yes, and then I went to their page and I'm like, is this their content? They have like 6 videos. One of them is him laying on the ground of their kitchen covered in pasta as she then like stands over him, just looming menacingly. And I'm just like, there's no context. It's just that video on its own.
The video is just him lying down with covered in pasta.
He's like
and she's standing
on the
over
ground as like pasta is just like thrown on him. She doesn't throw it; it's just on him, and it clearly been dropped on him and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's just standing there, just motionless, just like arms crossed, staring down at him, not saying a word, and he's just like shivering on the ground, like flinching every now and then and stuff. And I'm just, I don't know what's happening.
It's funny because this guy kind of, from what his face is making right now, he kind of looks like me.
We'll get but then like there's another one where it's like the next video after that is just like them standing in a convenience store, and you just see the clerk just fucking deadpan behind them staring forward, just like fucking laughing and stuff.
Kill me.
And then she just starts twerking, and then just it's like, what is the content here? Who is this for? What audience is this?
What is the audience? What type of content is this? Do they know what they're doing?
There's 6 videos, and they're like from a long time ago, so they make all their videos through the live streams.
Okay.
So, moving on to the one I sent you.
So am I supposed to play this now?
Down because I want to play it with you.
Okay. Do I have to mute it because it's got copyright?
No, he is singing, but it is not anything copyrighted. I assure you, it is. I will tell you this: it is the same 5 seconds of lyrics over and over again. That's all I'll tell you about this.
Okay, so I'll play it in 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah, I see that. And it's a weird color. And I'm tempted to say what I think that it is.
I can tell you, I've watched. It is his spit.
So he's just singing and snapping.
And he doesn't stop.
Yeah. He doesn't stop.
I've watched it for like maybe an hour, and he just doesn't stop. He doesn't like take a break to take a drink of water.
That's an hour?
Yeah, I've watched an hour. I've not watched a full stream, but I've caught him several times in like my just like the live streams on my For You page of just him doing that. And I don't know.
My first thought about this is he's on drugs.
No.
Is he not on drugs?
No.
James,
like extreme.
Lagged out a little bit. What did you say?
Yeah, I saw the bar. His normal content is pretty close. It's just not like to the extreme. So I don't think it's that. I think it's this wow factor of like what can get you to stop and just continue to watch type stuff. And it's like,
well, I guess if you had a monkey brain like you, James, then you'd stop at it and be like, what the heck's happening here? And like trying to comprehend this.
What it is.
But I've got that Sigma male grind system. If I saw this playing out live on my feed, I literally scroll right past it. Don't even care.
What are you typing?
I'll look at I'll maybe watch like 2 seconds of this guy going like like snapping. And I'll be like, yeah, this is nothing. I'm gone.
That's what it was at first. It was just like him snapping, and then like I scrolled by, and then I was like, wait, what was that coming out of his mouth?
Wait a minute, there's something on his mouth.
And then I came back, and I was like, okay, it's a bit. And then I caught him again, and he's doing the same thing. And then I caught him again, and he's doing the same thing. And it's not like once. It's like nearly every day. I think I've seen.
Where is he? Is he just in his house?
I don't know.
Is there like a description on live streams that you can see, or anything that might tell us what this is?
One sentence, and I can tell you almost all the time. It doesn't tell you, and it's not English. I don't know.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Most of the time it's like one sentence, and it's just like, they mentioned you, and it's just like something vague to get you to click on it. His was not in English, so I cannot tell you.
Oh, is he not an English speaker?
No.
Oh, he's like Japanese or something.
Yes. And I don't know what is happening.
And this is the same guy with the oil on his hands?
No, this is a completely different man. That's why I was like, these are two separate things. These are two separate events.
Oh, I see.
That I run into daily.
I was about to like say like because when you said that he came back and starts putting oil in his hands and he just doesn't stop putting oil in his hands, it made me remember the one video that Super Mega did, where they did like just a normal video, but like right at the end of it, like the last 2 minutes of the video, suddenly it just cuts to like Jackson's toy reviews, which is like a completely like it's just a whole bit segment where Jackson, like one of their I guess one of their crew members, he's like opening up this like toy soldier or something, and his hands are just covered in egg yolk. So it's like the most disgusting like
I like that. And it's like
he's rubbing his hands all over these toys, and it's so funny.
Like here, I'll try to like it's just the hands coming into view. Like here's the bottle sitting down. Here's the lady like reading like back on the beanstalk and shit looks at the camera and I got going on, and then you just see his hands come in, grab it. Disappears.
Yeah.
My first time seeing it, it just disappears.
So funny, James. Holy crap.
So Jack and the Beanstalk. And it just repeats like that. Constantly. It's just
how long
insane.
Is it? Just like 30 seconds?
I don't know. I didn't watch it in full. Like I said, I sat there for 5 minutes once, and I was just like enraptured.
How long is it
like,
at least? How long is it?
I don't know. You can't look at the live streams once they've finished.
Oh, so how long did you watch that?
I've watched it for 5 minutes at most,
And
and
that's
it was just
and
that.
it's the
It
same
was
thing
just
over and
that.
over again for 5 minutes.
Yes,
So at least 5 minutes they were doing that straight.
at least 5 minutes. But I know that their streams are very long because they read large chapters of a book.
Is she like actively reading it like out loud?
She is actively reading the story and making comments on events in the story of what have happened then and before.
And just randomly, there's some dude who's putting oil in his hands in front of her.
No, the camera is at a side angle.
Yeah.
And the oil is in front of the frame. Like,
Yeah.
super
But she's
big.
behind the oil in the frame,
She's
right?
behind the oil in the frame. The oil is like almost obscuring her with the how big it is like to the camera and stuff.
Yeah. Is it like what is it just hand oil or something? Just lube?
Don't know. You can't see the brand name. You can't see anything about it. You just see that it's some substance that he then throws onto his hand. And it's like, I don't know if he actually puts it on because his hands are oily, but it is always at the same point in the bottle. Every time I've seen them.
So he's supposed to just be blocking it up as he turns it upside down, right?
But he's getting something on his hands because his hands are staying oily.
Maybe got a little bit of extra residue while he's blocking it, you know?
I'm just thinking like the entire time, I'm like, at the end of every one of these, the man has to have the softest hands ever. Like,
Oh man, dude, they are moisturized.
they're so moisturized.
I wish my hands were as moisturized as that man's hands.
I don't know. And it's like, it just reminded me when like, pulling up the man behind the slaughter like gif and everything. This is what it feels like. I'm not joking. Coming across some of these lines. Oh my god! I haven't even told you about the ghost hunters. The amount of ghost hunters, man. There's ghost hunters. There's so many, and they're all in South America for some reason.
Ghost hunters on TikTok, and they're all in South America.
Yes, and then
South
you
American
got, like,
ghost hunters.
You got the one like American one who's just always in like a fucking like facility, like a military or like some sort of like like electronic facility where there's like a fucking control board in front of him every time I see it. And it's just like he's doing a seance there and he's got like 80 fucking pieces of equipment that he's constantly pulling up, and I'm just like, what are you guys hunting? You're one man. What can you do?
He's hunting a whole orphanage full of ghost kids, dude. That used to live on that plot of land.
He's actually fighting Dormammu.
He's saving the world without us knowing.
And then the other ghost hunters are just like all like just South American guys just fucking like recording with their friends walking around being like, and we curse you from this land and stuff, just constant like
the power of Christ compels you.
It's just like you don't know what they're saying, but you can tell that they're saying, because they're not speaking English, but you can tell that they're like saying like a prayer and stuff as they like make the symbols in the air and stuff, and then they just walk over to another area and just do it again. And I'm just like, what is happening? Because it's not the same guy. It's never the same guy in the live streams. It's
always different.
The American, yeah, it's always a different like video from a different guy, but it's always like the same sort of setting. And then there's the American guy who does like the whole like fucking 80 pieces of equipment. I mean, a fucking switchboard room doing this and stuff. It's like this is this big grand thing. He's in like fucking like. You remember in G Savior where they walk into like the opera house type area? He was like an abandoned one of those just on his own, and he's just fucking like dedicated, just like, I know you're here, I call you out, I witnessed it and stuff. I'm just like, what is this?
That's awesome, dude. We need to do a ghost hunting special one of these days. Crapshoot ghost hunting special.
I genuinely.
We'll bring along Noah. He could be our camera guy.
Noah is our Gavin Free.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a bit where I'll CG in like a ghost or something, and then we both die and Noah runs away. I'll CG an alternate. It comes around the corner, kills us both.
Oh, dude, it's just like it's insane. And everyone's like, why do you keep going on TikTok? It's like, I don't find better content on YouTube. I don't find this on YouTube. Yeah,
that's I don't think I've seen as weird of content as you have. It just doesn't get recommended to me.
Out either. Like I can tell you what the stuff I watch.
I would love to be able to like get that recommended to me and be like, what the fuck is this? There's something I can talk about. But I don't ever see anything like that. It's always you. It's weird, isn't it? You experience all the weird shit, and I'm just here with all the normie stuff.
I'm showing you. There's proof. I'm not making this up. There's proof.
You're definitely not making it up. You literally just sent me the video of that guy go like, snapping his fingers.
Oh, yeah. That was the one I wanted to get to the video of the most because I'm like, I can't figure out how to describe this properly. Like, there's not a way that
like if I didn't know that this video was real, and you wanted to describe it to me, you'd be like, oh, okay, so there's like this Japanese guy. He's like snapping his fingers at the camera. And he's singing this weird song. There's spit on his mouth.
And it's like
he is drooling.
What's really weird about it? It's like no. He sings the same verse of the song, and he doesn't stop. He doesn't take a break, and he keeps going. And then he'll switch positions the way he snaps and stuff. And then sometimes you'll like see his eyes rolling into the back of the head as if he's like having a fucking stroke.
As if he's on drugs.
Maybe.
I mean, come on.
Like, look at his normal content, and then he's just like singing with a group of friends.
He's just singing. So like everything else in his content is like completely normal. Just him hanging out with his friends.
All
and
his
just this
content
one video is him.
Normal, and then his live streams are just insanity. I can't make this up, and I needed proof, so I tried to find all of them once. I literally spent the day going through, and it's like I found him, snapping guy, and then I found what I was gonna assume was gonna be another one of the fucking like oil type ones, but it's just like a girl reading like the Hunger Games books as her boyfriend sits behind her just fucking staring like at his phone, and it's like there's nothing interesting about it, but it's just so weird.
Yeah, there is some weird content like that.
That's about all I could find.
What I thought was gonna be funny, what you said about like that type of video where the girl's like sitting there reading and like her back half is like covered by something in the camera. That'd be really funny if you just said like, oh yeah, so like there's this white girl sitting there, she's reading a book, and then all of a sudden like this naked black man just comes like just comes out of frame from behind her, like hunched over, and I'm like yeah, it's so freaking funny, dude. And then her boyfriend's in the background just on his phone. I mean, that's yeah, now that I've seen it,
Oh, and there's a ton of like priest type guys.
And it's funny because the way you like seriously describe how weird this content is to me, juxtaposed to your purple guy background in your video frame, it's just like the funniest thing because you're like seriously describing how crazy this content is, and then there's just purple guy, the man behind the slaughter, right behind you. Holy crap!
And I'm scrolling. Oh yeah, this guy is wholesome as fuck.
Who's that?
He's like a weaver, and he's just constantly weaving stuff and just talking to his audience and saying thank you. He doesn't speak English, so I can't interact with him, but he's probably the most normal guy I've found because he's just wholesome.
He's a weaver, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So he weaves like what? Like clothes or blankets or carpets? Something? Blankets.
But I found a guy drawing with his feet because he has no arms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that a weird trend where there's like a lot of jokes that making fun of like handicapped or disabled people, but like disabled people themselves are like actually making those jokes? What's wrong, James? You look like you just saw a ghost in South America.
I really want it to like not like blow out because like.
Oh, now all I see is the purple guy.
So the guy in the video.
Afton.
The man I emerged. Yeah. But yeah, like there's a lot of people faking disabilities on here too. It's just I know. Well, hold on. I can't say I don't know what the gain is. I know why they're doing it. Of course, I know why they're doing it. But
yeah, me too. And James, this is an intervention. You need to stop doing that now. Okay, it's not funny to represent mentally challenged people on TikTok. Okay.
So you can see what my reaction of was just going from like this video to the. What is happening?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't know what they're saying because I don't have my headphones plugged in, but it's just like scrolling through the videos, and it's just so. because I'm trying to see if I can find the lady or something and stuff. So I'm just scrolling through. This guy just pops up. I'm sending the video down, so it's gonna take a minute, but it's insanity. Yeah, you know, I gotta be called out. It's an intervention because I've been faking being gay.
Yeah, what do they call that? Gay baiting? Something baiting. Gay baiting.
Actually.
Queer bait. That's what it was. Yeah, you need to stop that now.
People yelled at the Ruby for queer baiting because they killed a gay character despite having like 20. Despite most of the main cast being gay.
If most of your characters are gay, or if all of your characters are gay and you have to kill a character, it's gonna have to be a gay character.
Well, they introduced him and he's like kind of like a love interest for one of the characters, and people were like, well, this
and they slaughtered him murderously.
And they killed him. But it was like we had the entire season of him, and then he died in like the last second of the season and stuff, and it's like, no, you got the full content of him. It wasn't like he was teased and he's like
he went through his character arc. Okay,
yeah,
went through his character arc. And it just so happened that character arc ended in a grave.
Just what?
Just so happened that it went 6 feet under.
So I sent you the video that was of me discovering something while scrolling through.
Yeah, and I don't like the look of it already. It looks like a kid's room. Maybe like a little girl's room?
I don't know what's happening there.
Huh.
Yeah, see, lyrics telling you to go. I think
I'm not Webster.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not
It's just he was way
Webster.
closer to the camera when I first saw it, and it just like kind of like spooked me for a second because it was just out of nowhere.
I'm not Walt Webster.
Yeah, it's the I'm not a Webster.
Well, wow, that's, you know, it's been really enlightening for me.
What a great closer this has been.
You've been looking at this TikTok. See, that's why I titled it, you know, crazy TikToks. Yeah, there you go.
This is what spiraling insanity should be. Just me scrolling through TikTok while talking to myself,
ranting about your life, and then occasionally being broken up by you finding a totally insane TikTok. Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow.
Okay, well, yeah. If you enjoyed,
for the video of it, it'll just be a screen recording of me swiping through, and then I'll just take the audio up.
Sure. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, we do it every Sunday. Like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one next Sunday. And funny enough, every Sunday is when the Attack on Titan episodes drop. That's crazy.
Tomorrow.
I would love it for you to watch as we do a crapshoot review of Attack on Titan. But if need be, that review can just be done by me alone. And I will do it, James.
I still have to watch it and find a way to watch the last
I will
episodes.
do it. And mark my words, I will fucking do it.
Pussy.
Yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, say goodbye, James.
5
Nights at Freddy's.